Hervi de Montroi was in his tent with an obliging whore and a pitcher of the strongest cider he could lay hands upon, when he received the news that his half-brother Alexander had ridden into the camp. It had been raining since dawn, a damp grey mizzle that concealed the tourney field in the mist, and chilled the grumbling knights through their cloaks and quilted gambesons to the bone. It was springtide in the world at large, but these Breton borderlands seemed to be suspended in a time of their own. Hervi would not have been surprised to see Arthur, Guinevere, and the entire court of Camelot emerge on shadowy horses through the rain haze veiling the trees. Certainly less surprised than to be informed that the youth he had last seen as a child of 11 years old at their father's funeral, and whom he thought pursuing a career in the church, was awaiting him at the communal campfire. The soldier who had delivered the news and almost had his head bitten off for his trouble dropped the tent flap and returned to his dice game. "Bones of Christ!" Hervi swore, and sat up on his straw pallet. His head swam, and he had to concentrate to focus. Raising the stone cider jug to his lips, he took several hard gulps. The young woman at his side rolled onto her stomach and regarded him through a tangle of greasy blonde hair. Hervi wiped his mouth on his wrist and gave her the jug. "You have to go?" She looked at him over the rim. Elise was one of the many draggle-tailed women who followed the knights and soldiers from tourney to tourney, war to war, washing, cooking, pleasuring, and tending. Some became wives, others belonged to any man with the money to pay for their services. Elise was one of the latter, but ambitious to change her status, and Hervi frequently took advantage of her striving. No more striving today, however. "Unfortunately, sweetheart, I do," he replied, with a mingling of regret and irritation. Mindful of his buzzing head, he leaned over to draw on his hose and attached them to the leather straps on his brays.